Hello and welcome everyone. So we are checking out The Last of Us episode 3, which seems like a episode that's longer than normal. So about an hour and 16 minutes, and it's called Long Time. Loved episode 1 and 2 so far. We are carrying on with Joel and Ellie's journey. As usual, this is a reaction. So this is me watching this for the first time. You come along on my journey whilst I experience The Last of Us. You get an insight into what's happening in my mind, not just as a therapist, but as a person as well. And remember, this YouTube channel, this Patreon channel is called Connection Through Reaction. So if this show connects with you, if any of these scenes connect with you, if my reaction connects with you, then let us know. Let's share our experiences. That's what it's all about. So long episode, no more intro. Let's get straight into it. Oh, it hurt his hand, hadn't he? Oh, he's making a little memorial. Is that a memorial for Tess, who somewhat sacrificed herself? Give them time to escape. It's nice to take a moment to reflect on that. Just take a minute to, pay your respects. I like that, Joel.
You want your jacket back?
Not much conversation here, is there? See, not even a no, just a shake of the head. Was that a bit of food? Sandwich. So he's taking care of her, isn't he? We've got kind of basic needs. If we think of, Maslow's hierarchy, that kind of thing. Be interested to know how it's been in terms of more emotional connection, but I'm sure we'll find out. We're only 3 minutes into the episode.
I've never been in the woods. More bugs than I thought.
Just trying to connect with him.
Nobody made you go along with this plan, so don't blame me for something that isn't my fault.
Nice. I like that. And again, no actual conversation from Joel. Just, yep, okay, fair one. No arguing, just say, yeah, okay, fair point.
5-hour hike.
Wow.
We can manage that.
So in the army, on a tab, tactical advance to battle, you would do 15-minute miles with full kit.
What are you looking out for?
People.
Are Bill and Frank nice?
Frank is.
Oh, that's right. Tess in the last one said, get to Bill and Frank's, didn't she?
How'd you get that scar on your head?
Someone shot at me and missed.
You get him?
No, I missed too.
Because you suck at shooting, or like in general?
She looking at? Oh.
So I was thinking I should
No.
He can read her like a book. Because she's asked it a few times already, hasn't she?
No way. You ever play this one? I had a friend who knew everything about this game.
There's a Mortal Kombat. I remember the original arcade Mortal Kombat. Love playing Raiden. She recognises it really quick, so she must have an understanding of what arcade games are. How does she know that? She must have read it or seen it somewhere.
Is there anything bad in here?
Just you.
Ah, getting funnier.
I love the fact that he's still got this banter with her, and as obviously he did with his own daughter. Don't go down there. Joel might not know that's there, so when he said it's probably clear, he might not have checked down there. Oh, I can feel the anticipation building up. This is quite interesting to me because teenagers do tend to take quite a lot of risks, don't they? The adolescent period is a really critical time for brain development. We need that sense of taking risks in order to do new things, but some of those risks can be really dangerous. So then people say, okay, why don't we teach children about these risks? But when we look at the work of people like Dan Siegel, who wrote The Whole Brain Child, and he talks about two things. Firstly, he talks about the dopamine reward system, and from what I've read, baseline dopamine in adolescence is lower. It drops between childhood and adults, but the amount that gets released is higher. So you have a general drop in dopamine levels, which results in that kind of, oh, I'm so bored. I'm going to go and look for something that gives me that increased dopamine hit, because when it does hit, oh, and secondly, when you study teenagers about what they know and don't know about danger and risks, they actually do know the risks. It's the part of the brain that evaluates and makes decisions of their behavior. It's out of balance. It puts more priority on new and exciting things. It overvalues them. So they know about them. They know about the risks. They know about the danger. But in the moment, they hold less weight in the decision-making process. So as an adolescent, you're pushed towards risky things to increase your dopamine levels, and you have a decision-making system that is now balanced away from risky and dangerous behavior. And that's why you end up with situations like this. Oh, clever. She's going to use that to get out later. And she's already prepped it in case she needs to make a quick... She's smart, isn't she? She's curious, she's smart, engaging in risk-taking behaviours, but that's to be expected. Oh. These things are resilient, aren't they? I know Joel said that's something they've been walking around for 20 years, but I don't know if they have to feed in that time. You know, they've fed in order to walk around for 20 years. Whether they can just sustain themselves with nothing for 20 years. Just like gradually fall apart. Oh, what's she doing? I mean, I guess she knows that she's immune. I'm guessing biting is how you get infected. Is she just curious? Oh. Okay. Is that in like a bit of a revenge for Tess? At least we know she's got the capacity, because it's going to be an important skill later on to do that. He's like, gosh, it's quiet in here. This reminds me, just as a bit of an humorous aside, when we used to go to the stores in the army. So the stores are where you go to get kit. And sometimes you'd go in and just need to look for something or look for someone. And the quartermaster who run the stores, he'd make you clap when you were walking around. He couldn't see you, but he'd make you clap. The idea was that if you were clapping, you couldn't be stealing stuff off the shelves. And if you stopped clapping, you'd hear him, start clapping. What are you stealing?
Picked over my ass.
Oh, wow. Is she not even going to say something? That's interesting. Why not?
You flying one of those?
A few times, sure.
Dude, you got to go up in the sky.
Oh, I mean, it's interesting that she can identify just from that wreckage that it is actually a plane. So again, this is from school, it's about her being educated. She's been curious. Poor old Ellie, there's just so much that she hasn't experienced in life.
How did it even start? If you have to get bit to be
She's so
infected,
clever.
then who bit the first person? Was it a monkey? I bet it was a monkey.
It wasn't a monkey. I thought you went to school.
Fedra school?
I would love to know what was taught in a Fedra school, what the pushed narrative is of what happened.
Best guess, some of it got into the food supply. Bread, cereal, pancake mix. You eat enough of it, it'll get you infected. Friday night, September 26, 2003.
And that date just cemented in his mind.
On Monday, everything was gone.
Was that was that fly, was that in my room or was that on the...
By Monday, everything was gone.
Oh, wow. That fly, the audio picks up really well, and it sounded like it was really in my room. Well, I've got it paused. So he's talking about it being in the common foods. He mentions pancake mix, doesn't he, from the first episode when they're looking for the pancake mix. And I seem to remember some kind of little joke and banter that he had with Sarah and the neighbours about being on the Atkins diet, which is obviously like low carb. So this is why they didn't get infected. Just those small little acts that at the time seemed hassle or forgetful or unfortunate saved their lives.
It makes more sense than monkeys. Thanks.
Sure.
And isn't it interesting as well, something I've just noticed, is that like they're walking, they're looking, they're taking everything in, they're not on phones, scrolling, even when they're walking. I live in a town and I like to go for walks and things and walk down to the cafe, whatever. And I literally have people walking into me because they're walking, staring at their phone. Kids and adults, they're out, not paying attention to the world around them, either from a safety perspective, from are they going to walk into someone, or a lamppost perspective, not even from an enjoyment perspective. Look at this person's garden that they spent, the day looking after, making it look so beautiful. There's people to connect with out there. There's beautiful things to see. We're just not doing it. None of that here. Attention on what's going on, attention on the person with you, having a conversation, learning stuff, sharing knowledge, kind of going back to basics. It's like a graveyard. She's going to see it something like this at some point, isn't she? So,
About a week after Outbreak Day, soldiers went through the countryside, evacuated the small towns, told you were going to a QZ, and you were, if there was room.
wow. Even if you're not sick.
Why not just leave him be?
Dead people can't be infected.
How do they decide? First come, first serve? Is it who do you know, how important you're perceived to be? Who makes those decisions? Red cross, does that mean infected in there or checked maybe? Who's this guy? So you got a basement in his basement?
World Order jackboot fucks.
Not heard of that insult before, you jackboot fucks. Oh, this guy's prepared. It's just him. I mean, if they think they've evacuated it, I doubt they're going to come back and check. Probably got better things to do. And he's just realised that, I think. He's got the whole town to himself, I'm guessing.
That was fast.
Ah, is that the power running out already? Well, we got gas. I'm cooking on gas. He's self-sufficient. Oh, I've not thought about that. Are there any animals left? Can he grow things? Oh, he can grow. Oh, there we go. He's answering my questions for me. Guess as long as he doesn't, 4 years later, like draw too much attention to himself, he could do all right here. Well, that's a bit lonely, maybe. I guess like his whole existence, that's 4 years. So it's just safety, feeding himself, keeping himself healthy, making sure the water supply's still running. Doing all right. It's more existing, isn't it, than living.
I'm not infected.
Oh, he heard the cock of the gun.
I'm just trying to get to Boston.
Alone?
Yeah, I'm alone.
Have you guys heard of this idea of the behavioral immune system, the BIS? And it's supposed to be this behavioral response to stay away from other people who might be infected by something. If we lived in a village and someone who was sick came back to the village and we saw them, walking towards the village on the outskirts, and we saw they were sick, it gives us that behavioral response to stay away from them or not let them in the village. I guess that seems common sense, doesn't it? But it's interesting to think that, like with most things, that there's a mechanism that underlies that. I don't know how evidence-based it is, but I certainly know it's a thing that gets talked about because it was something that happened during our own pandemic. Just thought I'd throw that in. I think it's quite interesting.
Stop there.
How'd you get that?
Oh, it's a tester. I don't know, I'm tilting my head to see what it's going to say.
First, my name's Frank.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Frank.
Frank. Bill and Frank?
Then every bum you talk to about it is going to show up here looking for a free lunch. And this is not an Arby's.
I wouldn't be worried just about the food, just about the
didn't
whole
have free lunch. It was a
place
restaurant.
to go.
I left some clothes here for you.
Thank you. This is amazing.
Oh, I feel uneasy just with this guy. He's doing really well looking after himself so far. It could shift that dynamic for him. It feels risky. But then what's his other choice? Let him go, potentially tell people.
What the fuck?
I know, right? Just what you need.
My God.
Look at his face. He's like, wine? Yeah, fill me up.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's like a genuine thank you, isn't it?
So I guess I'll be going then. But first, I've been staring at this the whole time. You know how much these are worth?
Currently nothing.
Yeah, what's happened with currency? Back to bartering. What if this will connect with him if music was something that was played in the household?
No. Sorry. No, thank you. Sorry. Not this song. Not this song.
Well, I'm not a professional.
Oh, why not that? I wonder what that song means to him. Why not that song?
And then I'll leave.
Oh, it's going to be really good.
Lullaby. I think I'm gonna love for a long time.
Wow. Oh, it's giving me a little thump in my chest.
So, who's the girl?
There is no girl.
Well, I wasn't expecting that. It's interesting that it was the song, connection through reaction. That's what we try to do, connect people with some of my music reactions.
What's your name?
Bill.
Bill and Frank. There was all the food given. There was the ability to have a shower, to have a drop of wine. And all of that stuff is quite practical, isn't it, to give? But seeing that song and opening up and kind of letting someone else into your emotional world, I don't know, it must have had more of that human connection to it. And that kind of authenticity and vulnerability with another person is what can really connect you together. There's that research, isn't there? The 5 ways of well-being. And I think now it might be up to 7. They keep adding more. So it says, since the evidence indicates that feeling close to and valued by other people is a fundamental human need and one that contributes to functioning well in the world, the idea of connecting with people seems key to any set of actions. A person may have a broad social network, socialize with lots of people, but their relationships may not be close or may lack depth. Equally, a person may have strong social relationships, but have few connections with people outside of their core network. Strong social relationships are supportive, encouraging, and meaningful. The key message to communicate is that giving time and space to both strengthen and broaden social networks is important for well-being. So you probably can't broaden too much here because of the context that he's in. But he can certainly try and get that feeling close to and feel valued by another person, which they say is a fundamental human need. And before, he was just alone, wasn't he? He had no one. We saw 4 years where he's just looking after his basic needs, he's looking after his security, but he's got no one. He's not really living, is he? Living a life. He's just kind of surviving. But now this changes things for him. I wonder where this is going to go.
Have you ever done this before?
With a girl a long time ago. But
So I'm going to start with the simple things.
It's communication. And he's not just like, for want of a better phrase, like taking what he wants. There's just like all that stuff going on outside with the infected and that. And we've just got 2 people just connecting with each other.
Oh, fuck you! Come on!
3 years. Okay, they've been together.
I am asking for some paint and some gasoline for the lawnmower, that's all. I'll do everything else myself.
It is not
Bill,
a ma-
if you say resource management,
I wonder how many times he said resource management.
we're gonna make friends. And we will invite them to visit.
there are no friends to be had.
I've actually been talking to a nice woman on the radio.
You what?
What?
Well, this really is just, it's amazing.
That sounds like Tess. Oh, boys, be careful where he's pointing that. Oh,
I'm the
okay.
same way.
Oh, you're a paranoid schizophrenic too?
I'm not schizophrenic.
This is just going back to that previous scene. It's interesting though, isn't it? Because they clearly have 2 different ways of looking at this, of how to live. There's balancing between risk and attracting attention to yourself and making it a nice place to live instead of just surviving. And somehow we've now ended up with Joel and Tess have come round.
I'm the same way.
Oh, you're a paranoid schizophrenic too?
So I love the way Joel's like, I'm the same way. It's like I'm cautious, skeptical of people. I will let people in when it's necessary, but at the same time, I'm going to have my guard up and I'm going to protect myself and take steps to do that.
That fence has got a year on it. Tops. Galvanized wire already started to corrode. I can get you 10 spools of high tensile aluminum.
Oh, he's getting him in the resource management.
Dedra's never going to come up here. But sooner or later, there'll be raiders.
Yeah, just as supplies run out, that people are just going to search wider and wider, aren't they?
We'll be fine.
It's been years. I mean, I guess from his perspective, he probably thinks that there will be, but surely someone's going to come at some point. Another 3 years.
I traded Joel and Tess one of your guns for a packet of seeds.
Oh, how's he going to take that?
Gun?
A little one.
Oh, he's not even mad. Oh. Strawberries. Wow, imagine tasting a strawberry if you've not had one for ages. I love this kind of present moment awareness, touching it, smelling it before you've even gone in for the taste. The smiles that look.
Look, I was never afraid before you showed up.
Oh, that's what I always say, isn't it? Always. The things that you care about the most are the things that hurt you the most. You know, we care where we hurt where we care. There's pain in what you value. There's values in your pain. It's just, that's the trade-off, isn't it? Always. And now he's afraid because he's afraid of losing him. Oh no, these raiders. Where's all those traps? Oh, here we go. That's going to alert the raiders that there's something in there worthwhile. What's Bill doing? Surely this has woken him up. Oh, Bill's out there.
I made a list for you.
He thinks he's going to die.
You can't be here alone.
Fine.
You're here.
I like that you can't be alone. It's like even though he had been alone for so long, he's like, that's not really living. It's like, just don't be alone.
Bell.
Oh, there's two of them there. 10 years later. Oh, look how old they look. Bill's obviously doing a lot better. What's going on with Frank? And he's attending to things now for the beauty of it, not just, you know, resource management. Wonder how many meals they've had at that table together. Probably every day since they've been together.
Took most of the night. I'm exhausted.
God damn it.
What, took most of the night, what, to get back into his wheelchair?
I'm
Did he
not
get-
fighting about it. Back in
I
bed.
promise
Why
you
did he
I'm
do
gonna
it?
stay up.
Why?
Because this is my last day.
What if we find a doctor? What if someone shows up who can help?
I've made up my mind.
Bill doesn't want to be alone again, does he? Despite having survived it before, he loves him.
Just give me one more good day. Starting now, make me some toast. Then take me to the boutique where I'll pick outfits for us.
I don't know if I could cope with this if I was Bill. I think I'd just be crying for every second I was doing all that stuff.
I can't.
Do you love me?
Oh,
Yes.
Then love me the way I want you to.
so there's the BBC, so just, I don't know how kind of accurate, but it's, for purposes of this, it's pretty good enough. So there's something called the Terminally Ill Adults End of Life Bill, and it proposes giving terminally ill people the right to choose to end their life. And it says anyone who wants to end their life must be over 18 and live in England and Wales and have been registered with a GP for at least 12 months, have the mental capacity to make the choice and be deemed to have expressed a clear, settled and informed wish free from coercion or pressure, be expected to die within 6 months, make 2 separate declarations witnessed and signed about their wish to die, and satisfy 2 independent doctors that they are eligible, with at least 7 days between each assessment. And once a patient's application has been approved, they would then have to wait 14 days before proceeding. A doctor would prepare the substance being used to end the patient's life, but the person would take it themselves. That's about the crux of it. What are people's thoughts about this? Certainly controversial. Looking at pointing out the flowers, still like, oh, I feel really sad. The hole where they first met, similar to that shot, I think, where they had the strawberries. It's very different to when he walked in the first time, and Bill was like, came through the door and just stopped and stared. Oh, just imagine.
Why are there already pills in the bottle?
I'm old. I'm satisfied. And you were my purpose.
Oh, I should be furious. But from an objective point of view, it's incredibly romantic.
There's no point being furious, is there? And it doesn't seem like it's in his nature anyway. And imagine if more raiders came, they wouldn't be able to fight them off, would they? Wonder how many Bill and Franks there are scattered around. I mean, they had a relatively kind of normal-ish life, didn't they?
Stay there.
Go and see Bill and Frank, yeah. Although I wonder if they talked on the radio and how much they actually stayed in contact.
Frank, stay there.
I wonder if, like, had she ever heard a piano before?
To whomever, but probably Joel.
So they're dead?
He's lost so many people, isn't he? He's not surprised, is he?
If you find this, please do not come into the bedroom. So I'm gonna tell you something because you're probably the only person who will understand. I used to hate the world and I was happy when everyone died. But I was wrong. Because there was one person worth saving.
I think it's how Joel's relating to Ellie, like bringing it right to the forefront of his mind.
I leave you all of my weapons and equipment. Use them to keep
Tess safe.
Stay here.
Just spoke to him in that letter. Fighting what's important, protecting Ellie, losing Tess, losing Bill and Frank. It's a car from the beginning. Oh, battery. He's got himself a car. That's going to help.
I just finished making a truck battery. It's charging right now. I have a brother out in Wyoming.
He's sharing it with her. Look, he's connecting.
Listen, about Tess.
He's connecting, but there's a limit.
Rule 1, you don't bring up Tess, ever. Rule 2, you don't tell anyone about your condition. Rule 3, you do what I say when I say it.
What you say goes.
Taking on more of a parenting role now, isn't he? Kind of trying to keep her safe, kind of prepare her for this world.
Holy.
Oh, what's she going to make of this? I wonder, is he going to let her have a weapon, do you think?
There's a wall of them.
that look is like, no, I don't care there's a wall of them. No. Look at her just, again, curious about everything. Love it. What's she going to do? She's taking it. Of course she is.
Put it back.
She knows what it is. Oh, I've not seen one of them for years.
Oh, no, wait. No, leave it. Leave it. Oh, this is good. This is Linda Ronstadt.
Oh, that's that piano book, wasn't it? God, I must be tempted to just get his brother and go back there. The bedroom with the open window. There we have it. What a completely different perspective of a show like this. Well, from what I expect from a show like this anyway, you know, from one of these dystopian style infected type shows. Some very sensitive topics covered and done so gracefully and beautifully. I'm a little bit speechless actually. I just wasn't expecting that. It was like a self-contained story, but still moved the main story on because now Joel and Ellie, their relationship has shifted a little bit. It sounds like Joel's taken on more of a bit of a parenting responsibility. We had this whole story of Bill and Frank, found each other, connected, fell in love, and lived a life many, many years. What a incredible episode. Right, well, there we go. Let's just leave it there. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the last couple of hours if you watched the whole thing. Take care. Goodbye.